So drilling down into the specifics on the return on investment, we've been able to quantify this, and based on a 50-person project working an average of 40 hours a week, which amounts to about 8,500 hours a year, we've been able to prove out a savings of 25 cents per man-hour, which again it ranges 22 to 27% per man-hour, results in an overall reduction of $27,000 per year in administrative costs. So we wanted to take a look at some case studies today, and one of our customers is a large contracting group that was struggling to standardize the way that they collected payroll information and captured timesheet data across their different organizations. They had an ERP system in place that was not flexible enough to accommodate requirements from the multiple subsidiaries and then even the multiple projects within each of those subsidiaries. The reality was their inability to standardize resulted in disparate systems, spreadsheets, custom systems, and paper-based solutions, which they calculated cost them an additional $175,000 a year to administer and maintain. Again, we wanted to do a quick poll just to see if you had similar situations within your organization. So do you believe that streamlining the collection of timesheet data could be improved upon within your organization? A was yes, no is too complex to simplify, and C was no, already as efficient as it could be. And the results from polling our attendees today is that 83% of attendees feel that this process could be improved upon, and 16% believe that no, it's already an efficient process. So what we found in our first case study with our customer was that implementing DTC provided a flexible project-centric model, enabling the companies to standardize on one system that could be configured to meet the unique requirements of each subsidiary and then the unique requirements of each project or job within those subsidiaries. The benefits was that the time and payroll data for all 12 subsidiaries and all 55 branch offices was captured in DTC, validated and submitted weekly to JD Edwards for payroll processing, and we were able to calculate a savings of $150,000 per year for this particular customer. And just as an aside, just a note of interest was they had an administrative person retiring. They were able to retire that person and that position, and they didn't need to replace them with the implementation of DTC. We were also able to work with them to develop PTO, or paid time off reporting, and with the automation of that reporting process, they were able to reallocate an entire full-time position, as it was previously it was made up 100% of their job tracking and monitoring paid time off, and again, with the automation that DTC brought to their organization, they were able to reallocate that position. So imagine the potential savings for an owner if they were able to standardize all the contractors across the entire project site on one single timesheet platform. Similar configurations would be required so that each contractor could have their own unique configuration and on one single database, but still meet the overall requirements of the owner. Case study number 2 that we wanted to look at was a large construction company that was dealing with dozens of different pre-payroll items which needed to be managed and calculated prior to the correct processing of craft payroll. These items could be grouped into premiums, dues, benefits, and per diems. Currently, they used ADP for payroll processing. Customer in the industrial sector managed all of these pre-payroll items in a spreadsheet, calculated the dollar values, ensured that they were correct, and then had to rekey them into ADP prior to the payroll cutoff, and needed to, again, manually enter this before the payroll processing could take place. DTC empowered the customer to take control of the management and calculation of the pre-payroll items. In turn, This ensured that they were calculated correctly and seamlessly submitted electronically to ADP for payroll processing. The benefits, this greatly improved the overall ease of use and significantly reduced the effort required to manage the payroll processing. And I should mention that some systems, some payroll systems, ADP included, won't let you manually override certain items, so you would need to speak to an administrator to make those changes within the system, which again is hugely time-consuming and sort of a non-value added activity. DTC was able to eliminate the need to have this administrators involved in manually overriding values within the system.